for reef fish management, $25 million to combat Asian carp, $2.5 million to count the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf of Mexico.
It's not that they don't want to help. They don't know quite what to do. Play the radio. Make sure the make sure you have the record player on at night, the phone. Make sure the kids hear word. And by the way, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
Early in the morning, they went to the table with the black robe and the black shield, and they pulled out the vote.
But it's a class action lawsuit against all machines.
It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Every day it is time for us to agree.
Running against the worst candidate in the history of presidential politics puts pressure on me. Can you imagine if I lose my whole life? What am I going to do? I'm going to say, I lost to the worst candidate in the history of politics. I'm not going to feel so good. Maybe I'll have to leave the country. I don't know.
And I have a simple proposition here. I'm here to ask you for your help. Where I come from, you don't get far unless you ask. My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate.
And then they have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick. It's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup from my family. They're so innocent. This is soup from my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it, and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup from my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people.
But the real problem is that our leaders are dumb. Dumb. So dumb.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by go. You know the thing.
I went in yesterday and there was a television screen, and I said, this is genius.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree. I am not up to the job. And I mean that sincerely. It's not like, whoa. It's not like, whoa. It's not like, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Clearly, it's not like, whoa.
They felt pretty comfortable after day 2.
Yeah. I eat extra sharp. That's what I eat.
Hello, users! And welcome to another episodic in style motherfrickin' of the Above It All live show broadcast. I am here once again to press the transition button. Here we are, folks. Welcome to another show. I got a show here for everybody. And, well, not everybody, actually. There's a couple people on the ban list that are not allowed to enjoy the show. But other than that, I got a live show. It's happening. 10,000 YouTube subscribers. I wonder if I get under 10,000 again and then get over 10,000 if YouTube will send me another automatic congratulatory email. Anyway, so I got a show here. It's planned. It's a planned show. I was planning on doing the show. I was, there was a show that I was thinking about. To be honest, I've thought a lot about this show. This is 1514. It's a good show. Well, it might be. I don't know. It hasn't happened yet. Don't mind me. So I got a show that I was planning on doing. Man, I don't even know where to begin. Woo! I got watermelon seltzer! Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. Listen to this sound I'm about to make. Isn't that crazy? Hold on, I'm gonna do that again. Whoa! Wait, hold up. Check this out. Whoa. Check this out. Oh, yep. It's not working. I can't. Huh? Whoa! Isn't that crazy? How is this even possible? Hold up. Whoa! Alright. Anyway, so I got a show going. I'm doing a show. And I decided to do the show. Let's start off with this. This is from the marijuana moment, folks. Heyo! Who loves marijuana in the chat? Nearly 500-page House report on marijuana legalization bill previews Democratic and Republican arguments. That's right, folks. There's going to be a big debate in the House of Reps. So there's going to be a big debate about the House of Reps and in the House of Reps about marijuana. And so, with the intent to legalize it once again, I believe marijuana legalization already happened in the House, but they're doing it again. Why not? With a vote on a bill to federally legalize marijuana set for a House floor consideration this week, lawmakers on Thursday released a report on the legislation that effectively previews the partisan debate to come with the majority and minority leaders of a key committee making their arguments for and against the reform. The 483-page report prepared by the House Judiciary Committee provides an extensive overview of the Marijuana Opportunity Reinvestment and Expungement More Act, which is sponsored by the panel's chairman, Rep. Gerald Nadler. Leadership announced late last week that the bill to end the federal prohibition would be taken up on the floor for the second time in congressional history. It passed the House in 2020 but saw no action in the Senate. I guarantee you that's about to happen again. Then, in September, it again cleared the sponsors panel for the current session. Before heading to the floor, there will be a House Rules Committee, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so the reason I wanted to talk about this is because I think it's important when, again, I want to remind everyone, the Democratic Party platform of 2020, Joe Biden campaigned on decriminalizing cannabis nationwide. He can do that with an executive order. I want to be very clear. He can do that with an executive order. Joe Biden can decriminalize marijuana with an executive order. Now, that being said, it's still good. It's still good that the Democrats in the House are saying, hey, maybe we should do something about this, right? But again, this is not going to pass the Senate, so it's a waste of time on that end. But if this can move the goalposts a little bit, and then they say like, oh, Joe, Kamala, remember when you said you were going to decriminalize weed? Maybe, huh? I mean, it passed the House. I mean, Joe Manchin ain't going to do it, so But anyway, you can read some of their previewed debates or whatever. It's a bunch of bullshit. Anyone who's debating marijuana reform is honestly just too dumb to even really cover it all. But I just wanted to share that is happening. There's going to be a vote on it at some point this week, and so we'll see how that goes. I've got this dog, and I'm petting the dog with my foot, so that's why I'm shaking. Max, you're a good puppy. You're gonna die. All right. So we got a show going on, y'all. Doing a program here. Have I covered the Will Smith slap? Do I need to cover that? I don't know. I don't really care about that stuff. But anyway, I got a show going on, doing a show today. Decided to do a program. Decided to do this show today. And we'll see how the show goes. First of all, I would like to say that touching other people without their consent is wrong. I don't know, man. I woke up. I don't watch any award show. I don't care about them. I like movies. I don't care about movie awards. I don't care. I like music. I don't care about music awards. I like video games. I don't care about it. Like, the people that run these things are all rich, out of touch morons. Sometimes they, accidentally, talk about a good movie and then it is actually a good movie. Very rarely. I don't care about any of that shit. I don't give a fuck. But I woke up this morning and I saw a bunch of those, a bunch of takes. Everyone has their takes. Who cares? Who cares? I don't give a shit. I mean, honestly, let's be honest. Oh, what does rich person number 7 have to say about rich person number 9's movie? I don't really care. I'm going to be honest. Also, I watched the clip and it was funny and I enjoyed it. So, I don't know. What does that say about me? Whoa. First hit of the day, folks. Whoa, I'm dizzy. Whoa, it's all the drugs in my system. All right. Look. Yeah, let's talk about this. All right. Let's talk about Jimmy Dore real quick. Because Jimmy Dore... Hold up. Jimmy Dore had a really good take on the slap. And I want to cover it because I think it's funny. And this is how I'm going to optimize the SEO. All right. So Jimothy Dore, known comedian, well, failed comedian, I should say, was very upset by what happened at the Oscar Awards. I don't know anything about Oscar. The only Oscar I know, not a huge fan of him. He's kind of grouchy. But anyway, Jimmy Dore said what Will Smith and the Academy Awards did was make everyone who performs live a lot less safe. Now, the next time a comedian gets heckled by a woman and the comedian responds, her husband/boyfriend will feel it's his duty to assault the comedian. Amazing how people support this. So this is what Jimmy Dore has to say. Y'all, we got to be honest here. Jimmy Dore, like, saying this, like, he spat all over Alex Jones at a debate. Like, this guy, like, come on now. Like, come on. Like, this guy is such a loser. He's a failed comedian. And if someone did slap Jimmy Dore, I would laugh. I would cover that. I don't care about the Oscars. I don't care about, you know, Will Smith or whoever the other guy, Chris Rock. I don't care about them. Who cares? But I do care about this fucking dumb fuck. I mean, this guy is spitting on people at a debate. Doesn't he realize how controversial that is? All he's doing is making everyone that has ever gone to a debate feel unsafe. I mean, like, come on, man. Like, I don't know. Like, I can't imagine clutching my pearls over, like, a grown man getting slapped on, national television. I don't care. Like, who cares? If you care about it, you're dumb. Go fuck yourself. But also, especially, fuck Jimmy Dore because he's a loser. So that's that's how I'm gonna, like, optimize my SEO on the Oscar bullshit. It's got Jimmy Dore, Will Smith, and Chris Rock and Oscar in the title. And this video, it should get at least 20,000, maybe even 100,000 views. And then I'm going to go back to my MSNBC contract partners and say, look at the video. And then they're going to be like, wow, that's amazing. Come on to the show. So anyway, there you go. That's my opinion. I don't care. That was the one base thing he did. That's true. I will have to say, spinning on Alex Jones, not bad. I will say that that's pretty good. You know. Alrighty, okay. Let's go, Bodan! I agree. I am drinking Alani sparkling water. This is fizzy flavored water. Cotton candy flavor. I think this is the last one I got, so. Alright, so we got a show here. Decided to do a show. I don't even know where to begin. Let's get this one out of the way, because this one, not so good. So, yesterday on my program, I talked about how currently 2022 is on track with police murders compared to previous years. A lot of people, for whatever reason, like to think that, oh, someone walked in the street and said defund the police, and therefore the police must have been defunded, right? The police are defunded. They're not killing anyone anymore, and that's bad because, you know, conservatives are fucking stupid. But anyway, I have another, again, fresh police murder just happened right off the presses. Again, police murder approximately 3 people a day on average. There was over 1,000 murders by police in 2021. Currently, we are on that same pace in 2022. And this one, again, I want to talk about how local media reports this kind of stuff. Because, again, this is reprehensible. Deputies kill Baker Act patient at Vero area hospital after he charged them with scissors. Now, for those of you who don't know what the Baker Act is, it's a way to basically involuntarily lock someone up in a psychiatric hospital. Usually, it's done because of people that are going through mental health crises. Oftentimes, this is abused against people that are not going through mental health crises. Basically, you know, a parent or, you know, a family member is able to basically send someone to the psychiatric hospital if they want to. Typically it's designed for if they're unwell, but sometimes it's abused. That said, I don't know about what's going on here. But anyway, this is really bad. A 29-year-old man was shot and killed Saturday night at Cleveland Clinic Indian River Hospital after he allegedly charged toward 4 sheriff's deputies with scissors. Scissors! Now, first of all, why is it, if he has been Baker acted, Why is he allowed to access scissors? That's a failure at the hospital level. That's a failure. Okay. Second of all, why are 4 deputies running around in the fucking goddamn hospital? The man had been sitting in the hallway near the emergency room at about 10:30 p.m. when he grabbed a pair of large scissors and started running through the hospital. Indian River County Sheriff Eric Flowers said at a press conference. Indian River County Sheriff's deputies in the hospital at the time heard the commotion and began to respond. When the man saw the deputies, he raised the scissors above his head and 2 deputies fired. If you are a decked out beefy boy with body armor, and there's 4 of you, and you can't handle someone in the psychiatric ward with scissors, you deserve to lose your job because you are just so... Imagine if that guy had a gun. My God. This is incompetence to the highest degree. But note how local media is spinning this. Local media is saying, oh yeah, no, the cops had to... he had scissors, bro! Scissors, man! Like, oh, whoa, he had scissors. Holy shit. So 4 thugs with guns, gangsters, are allowed to kill him because he had scissors. Are you fucking joking? Are you fucking joking? And again, the Baker Act, the idea that someone would be allowed to access scissors if they've been Baker Acted is also fucking ridiculous. Let's be honest. Let's be fucking real about this. This is a failure at every level. The hospital failed. Those who probably ended it, like those who probably Baker Acted him probably feel like shit. They're fucking failures. The deputies are fucking failures. And local media also fucking failures. Okay, but they're reporting this like, oh, the heroic deputy shot and killed someone with mental health issues again. How wonderful. Oh, brave. So brave. So brave. Go fuck yourself. I hate this shit. The entire incident happened in about 5 seconds. You're telling me cops are willing to murder someone within 5 seconds? They're not going to judge the situation. They're not going to back up a little bit. They're not going to, like, evaluate what's going on. Oh, someone with scissors, shoot, kill. Imagine. What the fuck? What the fuck? Someone getting shot and killed and murdered by the government within 5 seconds? Where's the right to a speedy fucking trial? Where's the right to protection from cruel and unusual punishment? To be honest, the idea of being sent to a hospital without your fucking consent, that's already cruel and unusual. Let's be real. Honestly, let's be real. The Baker Act is pretty fucking horrendous. So that in and of itself is already cruel and unusual. And then they have to get fucking murdered because deputy dumbfuck motherfucked just took 5 seconds. Maybe I can get a little kill off. Whoa, man. Again, I like, what the fuck? What the fuck? You're telling me they couldn't use their fucking nightstick or their tasers? They had to whip out the gun within 5 seconds? Within 5 fucking seconds? The man whom Flowers did not identify by name said is local to the Treasure Coast was being kept at the hospital under the Baker Act law since Friday night. I believe that the deputies prevented a further tragedy, blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. Again, this shit's ridiculous. And again, but also, like I said yesterday, police killings, police murders, I should say, on track with all previous years. We need to understand this is why we advocate to defund the police. This is why we advocate to dismantle this government's oppressive arm of policing. These people are psychopaths. If you can kill someone within 5 seconds of knowing that they exist, you are a psychopath. You're a fucking goddamn piece of fucking garbage, okay? And again, the system is what produces these motherfuckers, right? The system, right? Like, again, they go through like 8 months of summer camp. They don't get any fucking proper de-escalatory training. They're basically trained how to shoot and kill. That's it. That's all they're told how to do. Everyone's a fucking threat. Shoot and kill everybody. We'll deal with it later. And again, according to mappingpoliceviolence.us, 98.3% of police don't even get charged when they kill someone. You'd think, oh, get charged and maybe be found innocent because qualified immunity or whatever the fuck, but they don't even get fucking charged. They don't even get fucking charged. They don't even pretend to give a fuck. It's just, oh yes, justified shooting, man. Justified fucking shooting. Ugh. It's fucking ridiculous. And local media is just like, oh, well, he ran at them with scissors, so I don't know. Scissors, bro. He had scissors. Death sentence. It's fucking, it's... Dr. Devilish. We got a dumb fuck in the chat, y'all. Is this motherfucker still here? Dr. Devilish, do you want to come on the show? Go to channel. Let's see. Do you have your subscriptions public? No, you don't. Oh, you got a blog. Dr. Devilish. You're a blogger. I understand. Sensitive content. Okay. Black fire and lust. The ethics of socialism are identical with the teachings of Christianity. Oh, God. Oh, God. Are you a fucking Christian? You're gonna come into my chat and harass me and you're a fucking Christian? Oh, Lord have mercy. By the way, all your photos are no longer available. It's just like TinyPic. By the way, who hosts photos on fucking TinyPic? Dude, I'm not even gonna take your bullshit seriously at all. Honestly, that's embarrassing. You're embarrassing. Go fuck yourself. But anyway, let's read the message just for the record. You're not Antifa. You voted for Biden, backstabber! Fuck liberal capitalist Biden. You're just a fascist right-wing consumer who's trans flag. What does being trans have to do with, why do you care? What? Trump and Biden, same coin, different sides. You ain't Antifa. Who are you? Why are you here? And why do you have a fucking shitty blog? And why have you had a YouTube channel for fucking 12 years and you only have 48 subscribers, bro? Like, this is embarrassing. You're cringe. Go fuck yourself. And also, go fuck yourself. Jesus Christ, man. I'm just scrolling this YouTube channel. I'm seeing Nazi symbols, but, you know, okay. I don't even know what some of this is, but... Alright. Anyway, there you go. Alright, what next? Why do you have a shitty blog? Well, I mean, if they had a good blog, that's one thing, but the blog is shitty. The text is barely legible, and there's a bunch of, like pictures that, like, lost their embed because the site shut down, so it's just, like, a bunch of, like, sorry, we can't find your image all over the place. Man, like, this is some real bad stuff. Never fistfight a cop because the cop can claim they were losing and didn't want to lose control of their gun. They can shoot you with justification. I don't know. I mean, I would never fistfight a cop. If I'm going to involve my... Just going to stop myself there. All right. 4 dead in Oregon as car crashes into homeless camp. Now, Fox News, this is an article from Fox News written by Pilar Arias. Driver crashed into a homeless camp in Salem early Sunday morning. So I want to read this article because this is a very interesting article. 4 people were killed and 3 others were injured after a driver crashed into a homeless camp in Salem, Oregon early Sunday morning. Now, the first thing I'm thinking when I read this, right, the first thing is, was it an accident? Like, the word crashed is not very specific. Like, drove into, right? Maybe, you know, I don't know. Like, I'm just saying. Police responded to the scene in the capital city at around 2 a.m. 2 people died at the scene, and several others were taken to the hospital where 2 later died. Police have not released the names of the victims. The driver of the car was also taken to the hospital. There's no update on their condition, and their identity has also not been released. So again, so that's all that they're going to say in regards to the story. But again, this is on Fox News. So, you know, sometimes media will, like, give other stories and info for context. Well, this is where it gets really bizarre. As COVID-19 took root in the U.S., people on the street were largely left on their own. True. With many cities halting sweeps of homeless camps following guidance from federal health officials. Not true. Well, I mean, I guess some cities did that, but, like, nationwide, that was never really a thing. This led to a situation that spiraled out of control in many places, with frustrated residents calling for action as extreme forms of poverty play out on city streets. Action, right? Like giving them homes? Right? Increasingly, in liberal cities across the country, because Republican-controlled cities, small towns, this never happens in a small town. There's never been any homeless person ever in a small town, ever. There's never been violence against the poor in small towns run by Republicans. It's never happened. Where people living in tents in public spaces have long been tolerated, leaders are removing encampments and pushing other strict measures to address homelessness that would have been unheard of a few years ago. Reminder, it is cheaper to give homeless people housing than to pay the police to go there and sweep the encampments, right? The amount of, salary that you have to pay, like the money that you're giving to the police to do this, it actually ends up being more expensive than if you were to just rent out an apartment to them. at like $2 a month or something. I'm just saying, right? But again, this is what Fox News is. Oh, it's the liberals. Oh, it's the liberal cities. This only happens in liberal cities. Are you fucking serious? By the way, Republicans support the fucking policies that lead to poverty. Republicans fucking brought us this fucking nightmare with the trickle down fucking garbage of the 1980s, the fucking stupid bipartisan fucking garbage of the 1990s, the fucking cringe fucking fascism of the fucking 2000s, and as well over the course of the Trump administration with these tax cuts. Republicans have been designing this nationally on the national stage forever, and now they're going to say it's the liberals. Again, this is just blatant lying. And also, why don't we know if this was on purpose? How do you accidentally crash into a homeless encampment? How is that possible? Let me be real here. I'm very much so wondering how you accidentally kill 4 people with your car. I'm very curious. I'm very fucking curious, okay? I'm just wanting to know. But this article doesn't ask those questions. All this article does is write what the police say, right? And then just shit on Democrats for whatever reason to say, look, the Democrats, it's the liberal Democrats. How about it's both of you fucking stupid ass motherfuckers that are causing this fucking problem? Homeless people, again, it is cheaper to provide housing to homeless people than it is to pay police to go fuck them up. Because, again, also keep in mind that the amount, living on the street, you don't, there's also a cost to people living on the street, right? People just don't care about the cost when it comes to these things because they're byproducts of the system we have. Like, doing something that's cheaper, saving money takes work, and work needs to be avoided at all costs, right? We can't do any effort at all in saving money, balancing the budget, changing things for the better, because that requires effort, and effort is, in their minds, worth $20 trillion a second. So they're just going to leave the system as it is right now. It doesn't matter who gets shit on. It doesn't matter who gets stepped on. All we're going to do is blame the demon rats, and then we're going to go on with our day. I'm very fucking curious how someone accidentally, by the way, crashes into a homeless encampment. I'm just wondering. I'm just, just asking questions. Anyway, Fox News once again proving how garbage they are. Whoa, I am stretching up a storm right now. That's great. Wow, that was good. That was a good fucking stretch. Wow. Damn, it's still the reverberations. I'm still dealing with it. Here we are. Mm-hmm. Alright, I forgot I was streaming for a second. I was scrolling Twitter. Hello, users, and welcome to another episodic installation of the show. I got the show here. So this is the show. So, former guy and loser of the 2020 election. He lost. He's a loser. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris won the 2020 election. Donald Trump and Mike Pence lost the 2020 election. He is a loser. Losing means you got less votes electorally and popularly. You got less votes and you lost. And so, therefore, this guy is not the president because he lost the 2020 election. I got to be clear. But anyway, the guy who is not the president because he lost, Orange Man, is doing rallies. And he had a rally, and so there's some interesting things, being said at this rally. I'm going to cover a little bit of it. A couple different characters showed up. But this is Donald Trump talking about gas prices, right? Republicans, gas, we love gas prices. What are Democrats need to do something about gas prices. And the Democrats are like, all right, how about we just give people a stimulus? And then Republicans are like, inflation. So it's like, all right, one hand, do something about gas prices. Other hand, well, whenever you do something about goddamn inflation, man, everybody got more, right? So Republicans are fucking stupid. They're demanding two different things at once because they're fucking dumb. But here's their leader, the orange guy. And well, this is him talking about gas prices. I mean, this is great.
Because energy is so expensive today, gallons, you take a look at forget about it, the pump. You take a look at a barrel now, it'll be $2. It could be, people are saying it's going to go up to, think of this. People are saying per barrel, this is going over $100, it's going over $150, it's going up to $200 and $250. So we're making these countries rich.
Now this guy, I love how they zoom in on this guy. This guy's face is expressing what we are all thinking. And he is thinking to himself, what the fuck? Like, also Vietnam veteran. Like, imagine being a Vietnam veteran and going to, like, I don't know, man, like, I mean, I guess there were, right? I mean, this is the guy who was using fucking, like, flamethrowers on fucking small villages, right? This is that kind of Vietnam vet. But also, like, this guy is saying what we're all thinking. He's like, bro, what? Like, okay, so a barrel of oil is going to be $3, and then ... the pump. All right, let's just try this again.
Because energy is so expensive today, gallons, you take a look at forget about it, the pump. You take a look at...
forget about it, the pump. I mean, like, again, this is just like, how can I get the buzzwords out? How can, the pump, gas prices, gallon, pump, pain at the pump, pump, gallon, oil, barrel.
Forget about it, the pump. You take a look at a barrel now, it'll be $2. It could be, people are saying it's going to go up to, think of this. People are saying per barrel, this is going over $100, it's going over $150, it's going up to $200 and $250.
So let's just check in real quick. I want to check in on the actual price of a barrel of oil. Where can I find this list? So, according to Business Insider, the price of a barrel of oil is currently $106. So, $250. I mean, maybe like it's possible. But let's go back to this guy. This guy, I feel like, is speaking for everyone here when he is saying that. What the fuck is this guy saying? I just want to play this one more time because, again, Donald Trump doesn't know what the price of gas is. He has no idea. Like, even though it's all over television, like, he can't recall all the B-roll Fox News has on, even Newsmax, like, every CNN, MSNBC, even the liberal networks are talking about this, right? Like, he doesn't intake information. He has no fucking idea how much the price of gas is. But anyway, let's play this again. This is Donald Trump talking about gas prices and the pain at the pump.
Because energy is so expensive today, gallons, you take a look at forget about it, the pump. You take a look at a barrel now, it'll be $2. It could be, people are saying it's going to go up to, think of this.
People are saying it's going to go up to, wait a second, no, last time I checked it's $5 or $6, but many people are saying, they're saying these things. I don't know, man. Donald Trump not doing so well. This is not going so well for him. But again, he lost the 2020 election. Forget about it. The election, you lost. And Joe Biden was the winner. And so, there you go. The end. Show the clip with Ivanka in her breathless slut voice talking about the 1 million meals they delivered to Ukraine. Breathless slut voice. Whoa. Whoa. I don't have that clip open. That did not get onto my radar. But I do have some other clips from this rally. So Matthew Gaetz, currently under investigation for child sex trafficking. Matthew Gaetz, congressman from Florida, aka Florida Guy, was at a rally for 2020 election loser Donald Trump. He lost the 2020 election. Matt Gaetz won his own election, his congressional election. Donald Trump lost the presidential election. Mike Pence lost the presidential election. Joe Biden is the winner of the 2020 presidential election. Kamala Harris is the winner as well. Donald Trump lost. He's a loser. But anyway, Matthew Gaetz, again, under investigation for child sex trafficking. Best friend flipped on him and is now working against him. Again, in charges for child sex trafficking. Not a good guy. Matthew Gaetz is now bringing this, plan, this strategy. We mentioned this maybe 6 months ago, a while ago. Technically, in order to be Speaker of the House, to my understanding, you do not actually need to be an elected member of anything. You can theoretically be nominated by your party to be Speaker if you're not elected. You don't have to be a member of Congress or anything to be Speaker of the House. And so Matthew Gaetz, again, under investigation for child sex trafficking, is announcing that, again, he's still on this plan to make Trump Speaker of the House.
Give us the ability to fire Nancy Pelosi, take back the majority, impeach Joe Biden, and I'm going to nominate Donald Trump for Speaker of the United States House of Representatives.
So there is, again, currently under investigation for child sex trafficking, has been under investigation in the past for child sex trafficking, shaking hands. I'm no conspiracy theorist. I know that, I'm just throwing this out there. Epstein, first of all, did not kill himself. Second of all, Donald Trump made many visits to his island. And again, I'm just saying, so I'm not trying to be a conspiracy guy. I'm just saying, lost the 2020 election. This guy lost. This guy won his own congressional election, but is also currently potentially looking at not being able to be in Congress because he might be in jail because, once again, under investigation for child sex trafficking. And again, this guy connected to Jeffrey Epstein. I'm just saying, a little weird, not so good. But also on the subject matter, Speaker of the House, I mean, that would be hilarious. Let me tell you, it would be hilarious. The comedian in me would love to see Donald Trump be Speaker of the House. But also that means that Republicans would take the House. And so every other part of me is like, oh no, oh God, they're going to fucking destroy this country if they do so. And so that's a fucking problem. And so we cannot let that happen. I'm just saying. But if it did happen, it wouldn't be all bad. The silver lining would be at least, we will die. Everyone will die in this country laughing. That being said, also mind out, you got to keep in mind that, Speaker of the House, that's a job. Like, does Donald Trump really want to do a job? Does he really want to go to the House every day? I don't know, man. He'd probably end up, just, making, someone else do it most of the time and then just, walking around with the title, just like he was doing with the presidency. But again, he's not currently doing that with the presidency. Why? Because he lost. He actually lost the 2020 election. Joe Biden is the winner of the 2020 election. There was no election fraud. He's a loser. And Matt Gaetz, again, currently under investigation for child sex trafficking. This is not a great mashup. Nevertheless. What's up, Itor? I got a fucking knot in my hair. Look at this shit. God damn. So the loser of the 2020 election, Donald Trump, held a rally. And so in between having the guy that's currently under investigation for child sex trafficking, Matt Gaetz, again, so this guy currently under investigation for child sex trafficking. This guy previously under investigation for child sex trafficking was very good friends with Jeff Epstein. But again, at the same rally as this is Marjorie Taylor Greene saying that Pete Buttigieg, of course, who happens to be gay, the Secretary of Transportation, Pete Buttigieg, also, by the way, loser of the Iowa caucus in the Democratic primary, did the same thing Trump did, just pretended to win, and in that scenario, people went along with it. But again, Trump lost the 2020 election, Joe Biden won the 2020 election. So again, in between having people under investigation for child sex trafficking, Marjorie Taylor Greene is talking about how the Secretary of Transportation, let's just watch, because it's bizarre.
And you know what? Pete Buttigieg can take his electric vehicles and his bicycles, and he and his husband can stay out of our girls' bathrooms. Yep.
And then, I love that. She's into it.
Yep. Yeah. And you know what?
I just got to say, in the alternate universe where the fascists win, this is going to be like the 48th president. I'm just saying. I'm just preparing yourself for this. But anyway, also, again, in between having, again, Epstein associate and former, guy formerly under investigation for raping a child, and also currently under investigation for child sex trafficking. She's talking about how the Democrats are the ones that are trying to get into our girls' bathrooms. Like, what? Like, this doesn't even, there's no coherency here. So, okay, so Pete Buttigieg is simultaneously driving an electric vehicle. I don't know what a vehicle is, but okay. And also a bicycle. And they're going to ride the bicycle into the girls' bathroom. I don't even know what this means. It's just like, saying buzzword, buzzword, buzzword. Yup. And then everyone's cheering. So, I don't know, man. Like, this is like a weird, it's like, imagine if I get up here and I'm like, all right, buzzword, buzzword, buzzword. Girls' bathroom, gay guy, and electric vehicles. Yep. There you go. That's my speech. But anyway, very weird, again, and also needs to be understood, currently under investigation at the same rally for child sex trafficking. Epstein associate, by the way, Epstein did not kill himself. Epstein associate, Donald Trump. And for whatever reason, Marjorie Taylor Greene is not so concerned with them in the girls' bathrooms. Again, Donald Trump would host beauty pageants from teenagers. Teenagers would do beauty pageants. He would walk into the changing room and watch them all get ready for the beauty pageant and say, well, I paid for this. I get to watch. Again, really weird that Marjorie Taylor Greene doesn't really care about that. But, whatever. They're going to save America, bro. By the way, Donald Trump lost the 2020 election. He's the loser. He did not win. Joe Biden actually was the one who won the 2020 election. So with that being said, very weird, very strange goings on at the Georgia rally. Commerce, Georgia. Imagine naming a fucking location Commerce. Yes, we are Commerce. We love Commerce. I'm in Commerce. But anyway, a lot going on here. I don't know that. Ooh. MTG used to be in a cult. That does not surprise me. I watched the clips. Hell yeah. Pete Buttigieg only knows how to drive electric vehicle, eat hot chip, lie, be gay, and come into girls' bathrooms. That's so true. That's so true. You know what else is so true? That Donald Trump lost the 2020 election. Joe Biden is the winner of the 2020 election. Joe Biden is currently the president, and Donald Trump is not the president because he lost. That is also so true. Yes. Damn. Whoa. Y'all, on Thursday, which I believe is March 31st, let me double check. On Thursday, I will be doing the third live stream in my A Doom A Day series. And, again, do a top 10 every month with commentary live. And that will be on Thursday. So tune in for that. That'll be approximately, it'll be like maybe at 1 o'clock, right? An hour after, an hour or 2 hours after Above It All ends. Sometimes I do an hour show. Maybe today I'll do an hour show. But also, yes, there you go. Thursday, a Doom a day on Thursday. Be there, or honestly, be square. So, I'm just saying. And you don't want to be a square. You want to be like a trapezoid or something, like the cool kids. All the cool kids nowadays were trapezoids. Squares, I don't know, man. I like long shows. Well, fortunately, I did a long show yesterday. I did 3 hours yesterday. Never before seen. Being a square is not a good look. That's so true. It is really true. Honestly, it's the truest thing I've ever seen. Whew. So, how's everyone doing? I don't know. I kind of went through all of my prepared material, so I might look for some more stuff. But, hopefully everyone's having a good day. Yeah, so... Elon Musk got COVID for the second time. Yo. Elon Musk, one of the cringiest guys in the world, apparently has tested positive for COVID-19. Now, again, Elon Musk famously said that the pandemic would be over in April of 2020. He said that if current trends hold, that COVID-19 pandemic will end in April of 2020. That clearly did not happen. And here he is, once again, eating his words. Elon Musk reports testing positive for COVID-19 for the second time. I supposedly have it again. Sigh. But almost no symptoms. Tesla and SpaceX billionaire tweets. So once again, not so good. This guy's actually kind of a loser. But anyway, Elon Musk said on Monday he has supposedly tested positive for COVID-19 with no major symptoms. Again, everything has to be supposed. Once again, this guy thought that COVID would stop existing in April of 2020. Clearly not, not so smart. I supposedly have it again, sigh, but almost no symptoms, the Tesla and SpaceX billionaire said in a tweet. I swear to God, was that like the subheader? As well as they just copied and pasted? Okay. He also said COVID-19 is the virus of Theseus. How many gene changes before it's not COVID-19 anymore? So he's, he's trying to be a little clever. But as I like to say, whatever is clever. So let's move on. In philosophy, the ship of Theseus is a thought experiment that asks if something is the same thing after all its components have been changed. I don't think that applies to COVID-19. All of the components of COVID-19 have not changed, so I'm not quite sure what that means. Coronavirus variants have emerged throughout the 2-year pandemic. According to Johns Hopkins University, now more than 976,000 people have died in the U.S. from COVID-19. Case numbers have dropped, but officials have warned of possible rises fueled by variants and subvariants. In November 2020, Musk questioned the accuracy of COVID-19 tests after claiming results showed he tested positive twice, then tested negative twice on the same day. That's crazy. So again, rapid tests, the way rapid tests seem to work is that sometimes they depend on if they detect the virus. So and that depends on your viral load. So if you cough a lot of virus up and, it'll detect it. But if you cough maybe a little bit, it's like, maybe not enough virus is in there and it won't detect the virus because, there's just not enough of it, or it's not in that particular cough up and it will test negative. So I just want to say that's how it works. Musk then said he most likely had a moderate case of COVID-19. He did not mention whether the results were from polymerase chain reaction tests, which are more accurate than rapid tests. So again, for whatever reason, obscuring that information. Musk was recently seen dancing and joking with fans as he oversaw the handover of Tesla's first German-made cars, blah, 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 Tesla's Shanghai factory, blah, 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 the plant, blah, blah, blah. Tesla, by the way, also currently dealing with a lawsuit that some of their factories are literally, like, segregated. Tesla is currently dealing with a lawsuit right now. Again, this is the same guy that said in April of 2020 that COVID would be gone, now tested positive again. Also has segregated factories where all the black people are on the work floor and all the white people are the managers. Very interesting. Also, they're documented. The white managers are documented using racial slurs at the black workers. Not so good for Tesla right now. Not so good for Elon Musk. But again, his stock price is going to go high because he's the hype man. Woo! I'm just going to put the glasses on. I'm hype, bro. And again, not so smart, not so bright. But also, Elon Musk reports testing positive for COVID-19 for the second time. I supposedly have it again. Sigh, but almost no symptoms, he says. So again, we're all praying for the best outcome. I would like to say, everyone, we're going to pray for the best outcome on this one. Let's all hope for the best. But anyway, Elon Musk reports testing positive for COVID for a second time. Musk was recently seen dancing and joking. Now, this is the thing here that's really... Dancing is one thing. Everyone likes to dance. But, and joking with fans as he oversaw the handout. That's crazy. Anyway, COVID, there you go. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. Joe Biden, the winner of the 2020 election, but generally a loser on a personal level and also has really bad politics. But he, again, Donald Trump lost the 2020 election. Joe Biden is the winner of the 2020 election. That is the one thing he did win. Biden budget proposal seeks to increase in law enforcement spending. What? Biden budget proposal seeks to increase in law enforcement spending. I don't know. Something about that does not. Okay. President Biden on Monday will announce a new budget proposal that includes upwards of $32 billion in new law enforcement spending, Fox News has confirmed. Now, again, Republicans accused the Democrats of wanting to defund the police because a couple of people walked in the street and said defund the police. So Republicans think that Joe Biden is a radical anti-fascist. I wish. Now, again, earlier in today's show, I covered how police murdered someone within 5 seconds of knowing that they existed. Someone who was in the psychiatric ward at a hospital was murdered within 5 seconds by deputies. Again, cops are right now on track to kill about the same amount of people that they did in 2020 and 2021. That is to say, about 3 people per day in the United States. Money would also be allocated for community policing through the Cops Hiring Program, a grant program that provides funding for state, local, and tribal law enforcement agencies to hire officers. In fiscal year 2021, the program had roughly $140 million in funding, and that would more than double under Biden's proposal. So again, Biden has already 3x'd police funding from when he got into office. It sounds to me like he's going for a 5x or a 6x. I don't know, man. This is starting to sound like a fucking pump and dump. You know, like, I don't know. This is starting to sound like that. Let's just say. Here's a photograph of Joe Biden looking like a goofball with that fucking thing. I will never understand why that's a thing. But anyway, while progressives have pushed initiatives to defund or abolish police, that's not true. There has been one person in the Congress, Cory Bush, who has pushed a bill to defund the police slightly but not abolish the police. So that's not true. Information on the president's budget proposal obtained by Fox News states that Biden recognizes that if we want to fight crime and make our neighborhoods safe, we need to invest more money in funding effective, accountable community policing, not less. So again, You want to know a really easy way to get a lot of funding for cops without spending more of our tax dollars? Check this out. So Joe Biden, Democratic president, campaigned in 2020. The election he won, by the way. Donald Trump lost the 2020 election. On the campaign trail for that election, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, the vice president, by the way, who also won the 2020 election, campaigned on decriminalizing cannabis. So let me just say, if the DEA were abolished, use all that money and you can hire as many cops as you want. And you don't need to spend any more of my money because you're already spending that money and you're giving it to terrorist organizations. Cut one of the terrorist organizations out, reroute that money, easy mode. Again, this is what you campaigned on. You campaigned on this. You campaigned on doing something like that, like decriminalizing cannabis, which would effectively, cripple the DEA in their usability and why they even exist. The DEA is a terrorist organization. They need to be abolished, but so do all police forces. Let's be real. But again, I just want to say, that this is bizarre. This is strange. Joe Biden saw what happened in 2020 and said, we need more cops. Oh, George Floyd, we need to have 5 more George Floyds every day because if we don't, then this country's going to fall apart because the blacks are not getting punished enough because Joe Biden's a racist son of a bitch. We need to understand that. That needs to be understood. I don't know why that's controversial. Joe Biden is garbage. He's a terrible shitfuck president. Nobody likes him. Not even the Democrats like him, so that's a little weird. But again, it needs to be understood. The Republicans, way worse. The Republicans want to fucking 20x police funding. They want to give regular citizens guns and deputize regular citizens. They want to bring the National Guard to occupy all these fucking states. Right, so Republicans are way worse. So, I don't know, man. We're fucked. I don't know. This country is off the fucking rails. Again, fucking Joe Biden saw what happened in 2020 and said, I want more of this. That's at the end of the day what he's saying. And again, it's disgusting. Let's see what Fox News commenters are talking about this. I do not want federal government financing areas entrusted to local governments. Look what they've done to education and healthcare. The fuck? What? Okay, hold on. So, Joe Biden is a secret Marxist. Let's check this out. This might be the single best example of what Dems and Marxists do. They thrive in chaos. They create a massive problem, then propose to fix the problem by acquiring more influence and power. Now, the spending is predominantly going to federal agencies. Side note, you do not need to actually defund the police to defund them. It is happening not just with money, but policies within departments by lib mayors and chiefs. None of it matters if PA and DA don't prosecute and imprison offenders anyway. First of all, honestly, I'm not even going to bother, but that's just crazy. Nope, law enforcement is the responsibility of states and local governments to fund. So now Republicans are advocating to defund the police. That's crazy. That's crazy. This is crazy. Anyway, reminder, Barack Obama brought forth programs to bring excess military equipment into police forces so that they got tanks, like grenade launchers and like APCs and like fucking like military grade helicopters and fucking like, grenades and all that shit. I don't know why cops need that. This isn't Grand Theft Auto. That being said, now Republicans are advocating to defund the police. That's weird. That's strange. Also, Joe Biden is garbage. All my homies hate Joe Biden. That said, he did win the 2020 election, so hats off on that one. Donald Trump lost the 2020 election, and also this country is garbage. You admire the level of tolerance to gay people in America where gay men can be politicians. This is something that's seen in Ukraine. Well, yes, I mean, it's better, I would presume, in America than Ukraine, but it's not so good here. I mean, there's a lot of backlash, needless to say, and a lot of people that are gay, and especially trans, are murdered and killed as a result of it. So it's pretty crazy. Alright, so I'm really struggling here to find something new to talk about. Goddamn Guinea's in the news again. Fucking Guinea. Goddamn guinea. Oh. Goddamn guinea. Someone was shot and killed at a fucking Sunoco. That's crazy. I got like a burp that really needs to come out, and it's making me very uncomfortable. Oh. There it is. All right. Good to go. Hopefully everyone is having a good day. I mean, I kind of burned through everything. Sometimes I drink a lot of coffee in the morning and I like do the show on like 2x speed. It's like I could have done all this content over the course of like 2 hours, but I chose to just speed run the whole thing because that's sometimes that happens to me. So I'm kind of like, I'm out of things to talk about. I mean, I'm sure there's more to talk about, but like, kind of exhausted right now. Also, I'm hungry, so that's another factor. There are lockdowns being implemented in China, Shanghai, etc. to stop the new surge in COVID that is coming here to North America. Yeah, we're fucked. I mean, I don't know what to tell y'all. We're fucked, and definitely not in the good dick way. It's very bad, actually, in the bad dick way. Wife dismembered. Husband killed after being hit by possibly intoxicated driver. Jesus Christ, why do we need to know that the wife was dismembered? That's fucking crazy. Tell us about the 20th anniversary of the 2 worst PS1 games. Nope, not falling for that. That's bait. That's bait. So Chris Rock declines to file police report. Whoa. That's news now. Will Ron actually be worse than Don? I heard that Trump ran on ending term limits in 2018, or was that a joke? I mean, I think everything he runs on is a joke for the most part, right? What about fiber? What about fiber? Fiber's great. I love fiber. Fiber's, I'm a huge fan. 95% fiber. Yeah, by the way, y'all, cryptocurrency is up big today. The goddamn slot machines. So I just want to say, the goddamn slot machines, I'm getting snake eyes, and then I'm getting 2 6s, and then something, and then beep, 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 and then all the money comes out. So that's news. Yeah, I mean, there's a poll, apparently, that says Trump is going to beat Biden in key swing states. I'm scared. I'm scared. Toe skin sales weren't popping off. I don't know why you feel the need to remind me of my failures in this fashion. But thank you for that. Oh. Gotta get your zinc. Now this is interesting. Alright, I'll cover this just because it's fun. This is just like a fun Not a criticism, just a fact. When I should try burps in a jar. I mean, I'm down. You open up the jar and then you go. That's gonna be what's gonna happen. Just kidding. No burp. It's anthrax. You're dead now. Also, let's talk about food. So here's an article from Eat This, Not That. The #1 best fast food order for weight loss, says dietitian. You can still eat fast food and lose weight if you make this your go-to order. Okay. I'll listen. Fast food isn't on the top of people's go-to meal list when they are trying to lose weight, and rightfully so. Unfortunately, eating at fast food restaurants is associated with higher fat and lower vegetable intakes among certain populations, possibly leaving people at an increased risk of experiencing nutritional gaps and eating more M3 calories. Again, y'all, 95% of Americans do not eat fiber. They do not reach the minimum daily recommended of the fiber range. They do not reach the minimum. So there's a range, right? There's the minimum and then the maximum. Personally, I think the maximum is, well, you know, it's like, it's not a maximum. It's not like you're going to eat more and you die, right? But it's like, they don't hit the minimum of the daily recommended rate. That's crazy, 95%. 2 contributors to weight gain. Plus, fast food tends to be a major contributor to excessive saturated fat intake, which can wreak havoc on weight loss plans as well. So people asked about fiber, and here we go. We're talking about fiber. Despite the health concerns, over a third of American adults eat fast food on a given day, thanks to food being served quickly and the convenience factor. Again, I could talk a lot about fast food. So why do you think fast food is so popular and cheap? It's because they're heavily subsidized by the government. The government pays these fast food companies via subsidies to poison Americans and also quickly give them their garbage so that they have enough time to get a second job. If you have to cook at home, you can't afford a second job. But with fast food, here you go. Now capitalism, baby. Get 2 jobs, get 3 jobs. We're not going to increase the minimum wage. Fuck that shit. Also, by the way, we're going to kill you before the age of 65. We're going to make it so that you're in the pocket of the big health insurance industries. Health insurance loves fast food. This is such an incestuous relationship. Health insurance and fast food companies, they love each other. They're jerking each other off all day. That's right. You go to McDonald's, you get poisoned. You go to your second job. You fucking work for the labor. You spend all of your labor giving it to the capitalist. Then you get home. Then boom, you have a heart attack. You go to the hospital. What? Now you have to pay $5,000 in a deductible and a premium. Boom. Now you're out of the hospital. You lost your second job and your first job. Now you got to find 3 jobs. By the way, also you don't have that much money, and also you don't have anything to cook at home with. So now you're going back to the fast food. You have another heart. Again, this is the cycle. We're all looping. We're all on the fucking track, the hamster wheel, motherfucker. We're all fucked and we're all dying. This country is garbage. It is set up like shit. It teaches Americans to kill themselves. It incentivizes Americans to kill themselves. And so again, fast food is garbage. Don't eat fast food. But if you do eat fast food, check these out. So, a Subway Veggie Delight is a balanced sandwich with fresh veggies. Now, again, I don't know. Like, fast food and Subway, they don't really mix to me. Like, Subway, like, I don't know. Maybe, I guess it's fast food, but, like, you know, you have to, like, watch them make it. I mean, like, I don't know. It's fast food to me is like, it's already ready or whatever. But, okay, maybe Subway's fast food. Okay, I'll listen to it. I'm very skeptical of Subway bread. But, you know, all right, a delicious as most fast food sandwiches are, they are lacking when it comes to including fresh vegetables and high-quality protein choices. Many choices contain fatty and salty sauces that can clock in at over 1,000 calories per serving. Of course, Subway doesn't do that, right? No, of course they do. Ordering a Subway Veggie Delight sandwich can fuel your body with tons of veggies with no processed meats or unhealthy condiments. Ordering the sandwich on a 6-inch hearty multigrain roll will provide a whopping 7 grams of fiber per serving. How many servings are there? Also, 7 grams of fiber per serving. That's not whopping. I'm sorry. But also, what the fuck's a serving? I would say, like, whopping would be maybe 15 grams a serving. 7 is good, but I don't know, whopping, okay. Helping to give this sandwich some serious staying power as possibly assisting people to avoid hunger pangs as shortly after eating. For the fillings, opting for fresh tomatoes, spinach, green peppers, and red onions will help people meet their veggies quota for the day. No, 7 grams of fiber is not... This is a nutritionist saying this, apparently. 7 grams of fiber? Yeah, sure, the daily recommended range is somewhere around 28 to 30. But, you know, 7. 28 to like 36. Yeah, that's okay. Have you tried 7? Now, again, most Americans don't reach the minimum of that threshold. Most Americans probably are closer to 0 grams of fiber per day because most Americans don't know how to feed themselves because this country, again, raises people and teaches them to be stupid and uneducated and not have life skills, like balancing a budget. You don't learn how to balance a budget in school. Why? That way you can go into debt and lose all your money and then give all your money to the capitalists, right? You don't want to know that. So again, 7 grams of fiber per day. I don't know about that, but probably also significantly better than most Americans. So for the filling, okay, a drizzle of oil and vinegar along with a sprinkle of black pepper will elevate this sandwich even more. And in minutes you have a gourmet tasting main dish. No, I'm sorry. I don't know. I disagree. Veggie Delight salad is a weight loss friendly recipe. So again, skipping the bun. Okay, I'm down with that. As your side dish, instead of opting for fried chips or a cookie, Veggie Delight salad. Oh, okay, so this is just a side dish. Will set you back only 50 calories. Again, I just want to say calories. I think calories are really problematic. In my opinion, we need to abolish calories. I think calories as a unit of measurement. I think people, for the most part, when they think of dieting or weight loss, they think about calories. Calories are the worst way to think about weight loss because it's all about counting calories. I'm counting my calories, and calories are not the same. Drinking a can of Coca-Cola is not the same as eating like a fucking protein bar. They are not equivalent. They are not the same. Oh, they have the same amount of calories. Calories are irrelevant. It's about nutrition. Fuck calories. If you're eating 6,000 calories a day, but it's all salad, guess what? You're going to be a lot healthier than someone eating 3,000 calories a day, but it's all fast food. I'm just saying. Eating 3,000 calories a day of Twizzlers versus eating 6,000 calories a day of salad, you're going to be having a different body. One's going to be healthier than the other. Yes, calories are a metric, but the idea that, I think the idea that people view them as the only metric is silly, is painful, is disgusting. And again, weight loss culture in this country is garbage, and it abuses people's lack of knowledge. People hear the term calories, they know what that means, and then they count calories and then become anorexic. Hey, I'm speaking from experience here. I would say the most important things to look at are fiber. If you're meeting the daily recommended minimum of fiber, chances are you're hitting your other, again, foods that are high in fiber, also good on protein, also good on vitamins, also good on fats. Typically, like look at beans, for example. Beans have high fiber, high protein. Look at, collard greens, like spinach, for example. Very nice one. High fiber, high vitamin ratios, very nutritious, right? So I'm just saying, if you're going to focus on one stat and only one stat, I would say focus on fiber. You're going to get a lot more information. If you're hitting 25 to 30 grams of fiber a day or something, you're going to have a lot better of a diet than if you're just counting calories. I would say count fiber. That's my opinion. Skip the cheese addition and add a bit of oil and vinegar as a dressing, and you will be well on your way I don't know about the oil, by the way. Does Subway have good oil? What oil do they have? I don't know. Like, is it like extra virgin olive oil? Probably not. Real on N posting cringe in the chat. Beans are not high protein. Are you fucking stupid? Are you like the dumbest motherfucker alive? Beans are one of the best like protein dense foods. That has one of the best proteins and fiber ratio out of any food. It's like literally top 10, top 5, probably even number 1. So you are a dumb motherfucker. Beans have a lot of protein. Anyway, 100% juice offers sweetness with no added sugar, or just skip the juice. What the fuck? Instead of sipping on soda or lemonade with added sugars, ask for a 16-ounce bottle of Simply orange juice. What the fuck? What the fuck? No. Skip the juice. I'm sorry. How about just drink water? Diet soda, honestly. I'd rather have diet soda than fucking, Simply Orange. Fuck juice. Juice sucks. Fast food options with fresh veggies and loads of nutrients. Yes, you want veggies. Anyway, this article's okay. It's actually not that good. But anyway, this allowed me to talk about fast food. And I'm talking about fast food, and here we go. So, bada boom, and there we go. Compare meat to beans. Okay. Like, meat, by the way, severely missing a lot of very, much needed amino acids. It's incomplete protein. It's also, meat is less digestible. You do not get the amount of protein that, again, if something says 20 grams of protein on the box, guess what? You're not getting 20 grams of protein. You're probably going to get a little bit less because a lot gets burned through in digestion. Meat is horribly processed by the body, and therefore you get a less amount percentage-wise of the, percentage-wise, you get less than what it says on the label. Also, beans, once again, have fiber. Meat has no other nutritional value other than protein. And also, let's be honest, beans have very similar protein to meat. Let's just be real. If we're talking about weight, if we're talking about by weight, they're very similar. Like, what metric are we using? By serving, by weight? I don't know. Beans by weight, very similar to meat by weight in terms of protein. They have healthier proteins. They also have fiber. Eating meat is stupid, and the idea that beans are not a good protein food, I mean, I'm sorry. That's just dumb. Like, I'm sorry, Elon. I love you, bro, but that you're a posting cringe. Like, that is like saying, like, fucking, I don't know, water, not so good on hydrating you. Like, I don't know, man. Like, what the fuck? Beans are not high protein? Like, are you joking? Like, a can of beans, one can of beans has, like, 17 grams of fiber and, like, usually around 20 grams of protein for one can of beans. And what is a can of beans? Usually 80 cents. So beans are not high protein. That's what you said. How did I change your words? You said they're not high protein. That's just wrong. I don't know, man. Soluble fiber. All my homies love soluble fiber. But also insoluble fiber, very important. Something else, moving on. All right, Rielon. It has been now proven. Rielon, thoroughly owned. Thoroughly owned. So I'm looking up 100 grams of average pork, 27 grams of protein. The average protein of 100 grams of beans is 22 grams of protein per 100. But again, very similar, and also you get all the other nutrients, fiber, vitamins, etc. You didn't pull up a chart like I said. Well, I just pulled it up. So you're wrong. And again, I don't know what data this is. I'm just looking at Google. So. Like, if you only focus on protein and you also don't care about the environment or your health and you're just like trying to rack up like a leaderboard on how much protein you're eating per day, then yeah, maybe meat. But even then, I would still probably go with like whey. Like, if you like, I don't know, there's other, like, you can get more protein in like whey or something. Meat has more. Moving the goalpost. You said no. You said beans are not high protein? That's what you said. Beans are high protein. You're wrong. Do I eat mushrooms? I love mushrooms. Like, you're just wrong. And also, again, you cannot digest meat proteins the same way you would digest bean proteins. The human body is not good at digesting meat. And also, most meat does not have complete amino acids. Most meat actually has like some of the worst amino acids. So if you eat just meat, that actually causes a lot of cell damage in your body because you don't have proper distribution of amino acids. You don't have complete proteins. So I'm just saying, like, does it on the leaderboard, if you're just tracking by what they say on the label, maybe a little higher. But if we're talking about overall nutritional value and overall proteins going to be digested by the body, beans winner. As well as, again, having significant amounts of fiber, significant amounts of vitamins. I'm just saying, it's a no-brainer. Meat is garbage for you. I don't know. Like, if you want to eat it, that's fine. Like, you know. But you're not going to come out here in my stream, in the fiber demon community, come in here and shit talk beans. Beans are all-time best fucking food when it comes to fiber to protein ratio. I'm sure there's a better food, but beans are like the most accessible that I know of. Hello, Donald James X. I can't believe I caught this live. Cool! Are you my new friend? Now that I've successfully bullied Rielon into non-existence. Like, I'm just saying, like, Rielon's first message, like, I mean, it's an all-time banger on the leaderboard of worst chat messages of all time, is, like, beans are not high protein, like, facepalm emoji. Like, just the idea that that's something that someone would ever think of saying. I don't know, man. Like, if you were to say meat has more protein on the box, that would have been something that, like, yes, sure. But beans are not high protein. That's just objectively false. Like, that's just, like, again, the highest protein to fiber ratio out of any food that is cheap to get. An enemy of Jimmy Dore is a friend of mine. Oh, I don't know if I'm an enemy of Jimmy Dore, per se. I don't think Jimmy Dore knows who I am. But thank you. Eat your hair. It's only protein. All right. Bob? Wow! Whoa. Donald James X in the chat is like starstruck that Bob exists. You all know I'm just chilling. By the way, Rielon, I'm not trying to be rude to you. We're just having a conversation. Please don't get offended. Please don't get mad at me. Donald's a good person. Oh, we'll see about that. I don't know. I've offended so many of my viewers recently. I feel like I'm losing viewers because I'm offending them. So I don't want to do that. But this is the I'm just chillin' portion of the program. And I am totally not doing anything other than chilling. I am chilling. Right now, I'm chilling. Has anyone actually said you offended them? A couple people. I mean, the most recent one was Catherine, I believe. Is Catherine still in the scrolling? Also, let me check my Patreon. I wonder if she's unsubbed from me, because she's done that before. Patrons. Let's see here. Yeah. Apparently not. So Catherine is still funding the program, so can't remove her from the bar. It's that simple. I'm quietly being happy that there's a meat supporter in the chat. It makes me feel better about being about myself being as a vegetarian. I don't know why I keep saying being. Vegetarianism, by the way, I'm going on 2 years. I haven't fainted yet. I haven't gotten leukemia yet. I'm feeling pretty good. So? What a silly show. That's so true. BRB. Oh, Sinkwell, you missed that one. That was a good one. Yes, I've been canceled for criticizing the Democrats. A little too harshly, apparently. I don't know. I know if Catherine is secretly listening, I'm going to get another essay. I don't know how to... I'm not good at responding to conflict, so I just tend to ignore it. And there's, like, people yelling at each other in my Discord server. I don't even know, like... It's just so annoying. And yet you have arguments of someone who has been for years. Yeah. Damn right. Would you... And now I dare you, Rielon. Text or call your mother and your sister and ask them, do you think beans are a high-protein food? And that's it. Do you think beans are high-protein food? Now, they might respond, why are you asking, or whatever. But don't prime them. Don't tell them your position. Don't say that you were arguing about it. Just ask them, would you say that beans are high in protein? And I would love it if you could write back with what they respond, because I guarantee you both of them are going to say yes. Like, I mean, I can't get over beans are not high protein. The part that really triggered me, though, Rielon, I gotta be honest with you, was the face palm. Like, without that face palm, this whole interaction would have gone a completely separate way. But the goddamn face palm, like, you know, just like the sheer, like, just the gall, the fucking gall that you fucking have to post that face palm emoji, I can't, man. I couldn't restrain myself after seeing the fucking emoji. I was freaking out. I was seeing red. My eyes started swelling up. Ugh. Sinkhole, that's why I recommend people obsess over fiber instead. Rielon, nope. This motherfucker, yeah, my mom's been a vegan for, like, you know, whatever, but, you know, beans are not high protein, by the way. Like, nope, not gonna happen. There are some fierce fans of yours that would yell at me for any tiny critique I impose in the comments. You just can't imagine to what degree sometimes. Oh, Bodan. I have a real army of defenders, that's true. Yo, there's, like, I mean, you know, there's a lot of people that post cringe in the comment section, right? So I had some guy accusing me of stealing my speedruns. That was pretty good. But Bodan was like posting in my comment section something like, how dare you say inflation doesn't exist? Actually, inflation does exist. Corporations are innocent. I mean, I don't know, man. You're posting cringe. You're posting cringe. Like, yes, inflation on the dictionary definition, is more money circulating. Yes, of course, inflation exists. But inflation does not account for the gas prices like 3xing in a year. Inflation does not account for food prices like 2xing over the course of a year. Like, inflation going up like 8% or whatever does not account for, you know, groceries going up 40%. It's just, you know. So when people use inflation as some like scare word, the reason why I say inflation doesn't exist is because it doesn't exist. In the context that people are using it in, people do not know what inflation is. And also inflation doesn't even necessarily mean that the price of the dollar goes down. Inflation could happen and the price of the dollar could go up. The buying power of the dollar could go up. It's inflation. The total money circulating is a lot less important than the distribution of the money. Like, if the rich people all got taxed into oblivion, like, you know, the value of the dollar would change, right? So I don't know. Am I affiliated with MSNBC? No, I'm not. But someday soon. I don't know. I don't read my Discord, and like people DM me and email me and tell me like there's fights going on, and I try to ignore them, and I really like I just can't. Like, I just fucking can't. You know what I mean? Like, people yelling at each other over bullshit is so, like, it's annoying in general, but, like, when I'm involved in some way, like, if it's in my chat or if it's in my Discord, it's just, like, that's the thing. If people could argue without hating each other, like, but apparently that's not possible. You know, like, so people will yell at each other, I hate you, I never attacked you again. Like, people can't just fucking disagree. You know, people can't, like, they just don't know how to disagree. And so, like, people get frustrated, they get yelled, they get mad at each other, they yell at each other, and then I have to fucking clean it up. Because then every time there's an argument, I get both sides fucking, like, whining to me. And it's fucking annoying. It happens I hate it, and I ignore it all the time, and I can't handle that shit. Absolutely, Bonan. So I don't mind clarifying, you know. For sure. I do not tend to think about my words in the way that, like, someone who's not a native English speaker would. Like, I am a very English heavy, like, my language is English, and I know it really well, and I express it really well. I don't know anything about other languages, unfortunately. Why do people do speedrunning like a race? They do. That's big. That's very popular. Copy paste the map so both people can play multiplayer at the same time. Well, you wouldn't play it multiplayer. You'd both play single player at the same time. Multiplayer wouldn't work that way because if it was in the same map, if someone pressed a switch, the other one could just like wait by the door, you know, and then they would get like that wouldn't work. But racing is very, 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 very popular. Hook. I don't know, man. Like, I think about it like a little bit, like every couple days. I think like, what if I just like deleted my Discord and started over? Like, cause like I really sincerely, like it just, it's so frustrating because like I personally, when I'm not streaming, I don't like to really, like I like to focus on things that are not related to this. Right, so, and maybe I should more, I don't know, but like I'm bad with like posting I'm bad with all of that stuff, right? So for me, if like the Discord is going to be like a source of chaos for people, I'd rather just not have one. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather just, maybe we don't need one. Like, I don't even know what it would be used for, like. Yeah, I mean, like, Discord is useful if I were to actually, like, use it. But, like, I just kind of, like, made a server and I just left it there, you know? And that, I don't know. I don't think that that's working. But whatever. Maybe I'll do something. Maybe I won't. And then I'll have the same thought in my mind, like, 4 days from now when other people email me saying that, like, oh, man, I can't. Well, there you go. The Discord stays. MS Pinball. Pintail. I don't know why I said pinball. I'm high. Anyway, I have to, like... I'm not going to lie, y'all. I got to enter the urination station. So this show is going to end very soon. Yeah, Discord, the only use my Discord has is when I get a YouTube strike. And then I have the Discord to use. That's the only actual, like, practical use. How high am I? How high are... I hope that answered the question. But I'm about to need to enter the urination station. I just booked a reservation with the urination station. And they're going to be opening, you know, very soon. And so... Speedrunning is basically the same as racing. It's just participants do it in turns, you know, one beats the other. Yes. That's what I like about speedrunning. Like, speedrun races are cool, like, at the same time. Like, that's its own thing. But I really like back and forths. I've been having a couple of back and forths with some Doom stuff. That's super cool. How high am me this how? What is my live stream schedule? 10 a.m. Eastern time every single day on the weekday. On the weekend, 12 p.m. Eastern time, 7 days a week. The time is different on the weekends. Actually, I don't know why I said that. Because, whoa, look, there it is. There it is. It's at the top. Do people even read the text? Should I just, like, remove all the text? Like, do people read that? Looked and saw MS Paint like I did. Yep. Goddamn MS Paint. I used to love playing in MS Paint when I was a kid. The goddamn urination station. Woo! You're blind? Well, my dog is blind. He also has heartworm. He's gonna die soon. Max, I love you. Don't worry. We're gonna get those worms out of him. Also, the show's over. Again, I have to, it appears my appointment for the urination station is pending very soon. If I don't get there in time, they will transfer my reservation for the Urination station. And so also, sidetrack, very soon, if I don't do anything about this, I shall possibly, develop uromycetitis poisoning. That's not going to be so good. So there's a lot going on right now. And so the show's it's over. It's done. And I'm going to go and get the fuck out. So thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. I will see you all again tomorrow, Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. A doom a day, month 3, top 10. Thank you all. Have a good one. That's it. That's the show. It's over.
I eat extra sharp. That's what I eat.
I went in yesterday and there was a television screen, and I said, "This is genius." Running against the worst candidate in the history of presidential politics puts pressure on me. Could you imagine if I lose my whole life? What am I going to do? I'm going to say, I lost to the worst candidate in the history of politics. I'm not going to feel so good. Maybe I'll have to leave the country. I don't know. And then they have cans of soup. Soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick. It's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, "No, this is soup from my family." They're so innocent. This is soup from my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's a perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, "No, this is just soup from my family." And then the media says, "This is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people."
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I try to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
In case you don't know, and you haven't seen the latest polls, the American people hold the President of the United States in contempt. They hold this institution.
Do not come. Do not come. Do not come.
They're coming all over the place.